And I call the member for Goldstein.
Oh, the member's time has definitely expired. Because when it comes down to why people want to speak on this motion, we face choices. And unfortunately, I've taken the bait, Deputy Speaker. I accept that. Because what we have is motions that are often put forward by, how would you put it, the hysterical, the overstated, the wannabe attention seekers of the members of the opposition. And this is yet another one of them, condemning the government for constantly putting Australians first. That is what we have done in every part of what we have focused as part of this government of its program of delivery. It's true that there are many Australians who need more support in their ageing and retiring years. We all agree with that. It's not driven by ideological concerns, it's not driven by the agenda of the Labor Party and their faux compassion. It's driven by practical reality and human lived experience. And what we have said at every point and what we want for those Australians is dignity in their latter years, a sense of security about how they can live their life, and to be able to get the care and the support that they so genuinely need. And that's why we actually heavily support the home care package system. It's why we've expanded it continuously to be able to do so. But the fundamental underpinning of why we've been able to do that, why we've been able to increase the amount of money and support to home care packages, why we've been able to put more into the marketplace to make sure that those vulnerable Australians get the support and assistance they need to stay in the community and the home they love, surrounded by friends and family who love them, is because we have put a focus on building the economy to deliver. Now, the economy is not an end, it is merely a beginning. But the members who crudely interject on the other side should understand that if you don't have the financial capacity to be able to deliver home care packages, there are no home care packages at all. And we are doing everything we can to make sure that those Australians who need that support and that assistance are getting it. And one of the challenges we face, of course, is making sure that we are meeting what people need. Deputy Speaker, you know as well as I do that and because you're a sensitive person who's well aware of the conditions and the circumstances of the people in your community, in the same way that I am, in the same way the member for Berowra is, in the same way the member for Wide Bay is, understands directly the challenges that their community faces, particularly with an ageing population. And what we're seeing is a change in demand around aged care overall. It doesn't sit, home care packages do not sit in isolation. I'd hate to break it to the members of the opposition. We have aged care services, traditional aged care services, where people are going into aged care at a latter stage of life, often with a higher acuity, who need greater assistance and support. And we're providing the support and assistance to do that, working with the community sector, working with the private sector, as well as charitable organisations. But what we're seeing, and it's a wonderful thing, is more people who want to seek the opportunity to be able to stay in their life, in a later stage in their life in their own home, because of the security and opportunity it provides people to be able to stay in an environment of comfort. And yes, we understand, we've got to deliver that, and we've got to be able to assist people with that. But what doesn't help that discussion is this sort of pandering rhetoric from the opposition without actually paying any attention to the substantive issue about how this government is actually driving that delivery at a community level. I would have thought it was a case of celebration with the increase in the home care packages this government has delivered, but instead it's become a rather trifle and pointless exercise in the Federation Chamber this afternoon or this evening for the opposition to try and score points. Now, don't get me wrong, Deputy Speaker, I actually do think there was some validity in some of the discussion that was made by the opposition. There was a critique of the fact that bureaucracy is complicated. Well, I agree. Bureaucracy is complicated. That's why I'm a great believer in deregulation and streamlining bureaucracy. I actually want people to be able to get assistance and support for the services that they seek. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be hearing the deregulation agenda from the opposition as part of this discussion. In fact, they thrive. They're backed up by the entire trade union movement, whose only purpose is designed to thrive and survive off the complexity of an industrial relations system that favours them, the Labor Party. And so we're making decisions. We have decisions that need to be made, Deputy Speaker, about the future of aged care in this country. We have decisions that need to be made, but they come directly from this government's focus on the economy to deliver the services that people rightly expect.